Hey, what's up, gamers? I'm here. I'm Dom. Joined by some friends today. How you guys doing?
I'm
Pretty
doing good.
Oh,
What's
all the
up?
voices, all at the same time. So we got Chris, who's going to be my interim general manager, as always. Madeline sleeping over there, so shh. We have Shane, who's going to be joining us today for our little multiplayer series, along with Cole also. So I will be running Game Changer Wrestling. Our boy Shane will be playing as...
Go ahead and
MLW.
speak.
MLW. You forgot already, Dom.
No, I was going to let you say MLW, but okay.
Oh, I thought you were gonna say it.
And then finally Cole
The glorious land
is...
of Chikara.
Yep, so we got Chikara, we got the Major Leagues of the Wrestling, and we got Game Changer. I'm really excited. I don't know too much about Game Changer Wrestling, but if it's as what I've heard about it, it's going to be really exciting for. This probably won't be like a long-term series. This will probably just run its course through the demo, which is the 2 months essentially. But hopefully we get a lot of content out. We are using Landex's database, so it'll keep things a little interesting there. We're not going to do a lot of the behind-the-scenes stuff because it's very... taxing on people and tedious essentially. So but we're going to show you some stuff going on here. We got the world of Europe, we got some stars. We got EJ Drogonov, we got David Starr, Walter, Great Britain. It's look, they put David Starr on here with not Mark Andrews. Come on, dude, come on. Brit Wrestling's not dead, but so we got India. We got Mahabali Shira and Jinder Mahal, who's not Indian. I really like this, by the way. This is just, it's fun. I love the intros. They're great. We got New Japan, all the Japan regions going on here. Mexico.
By the way,
and
he
stuff.
is Indian. He's not from India.
Yeah, he's from
Yes,
Canada,
he is
right?
from Canada.
Oceania. Who's Mick Moretti?
Same as
Crazy
the Singh brothers are both from Canada too.
And the United States of America. Independent scene, MLW, GCW. Sadly, Chikara's not on there. So, player number 1. Best part is we're able to switch between people and days and whatnot. So avatars, we'll go to all the people. I'm going to be honest, I don't even know who runs Game Changer. Is it still the dude who used to run CCW?
I honestly, you'd have to look. I do not know who runs Game Changer.
You are... I don't know.
Oh, you have Danhausen.
You might have to show me here. Actually, I'm not.
Griffin McCoy.
Can you look up who runs this thing?
Hold on.
If I see him, I can't use my arrow keys, so I'm very much like gonna have to click one by one. So I'm kind of hoping not to. I mean, I'm not opposed to just picking some random goofball and running it too.
Random goofball.
Yeah, do like that.
Hold on. I'm about to find out.
Brett Lauderdale or Danny Demanto.
Well, Brett Lauderdale is on here, so we are in luck, and he actually looks like the dude that would run this thing.
Yeah, he is the current owner of GCW.
So I'm just going to use default and that. Next up, player number 2, Shane or Cole. Who wants to go next? Who wants to be player number 2? It doesn't really matter. You're both going to switch between. But
yeah.
Chikara, who runs it?
All right, who runs this? I mean, to be entirely honest, we already know who runs this.
Dude, it's our boy.
Okay,
Mike
Mike.
He starts off with a reputation of 66 at default, though. That's pretty good.
Yeah.
And finally, MLW. Is this
Court Bauer.
Court Bauer?
Court Bauer.
Yeah.
Yeah, Court Bauer is the owner. Former WWE writer, Court Bauer.
Court Bauer.
Good for him.
No wonder MLW is so good.
That's such good stuff. Such good stuff. Unused characters, we'll hit no, and we'll put them in the game world. Starting off, I'm the owner.
Game Changer.
Owner. I don't know why you'd want to run Booker in our little multiplayer thing. I'm sorry if I ruined your immersion, but there it is. And we'll see you guys on the booking screen, essentially. So, all right, people.
All right. Let's go and check your roster. Game Changer is a definite.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so what's going on here now in Chikara Land?
Well,
all right.
I'm glad you asked.
Okay.
It's the Gold Rush of 2021, even though it's kind of 2020. Automatic selection.
Yeah, get all those things for you. So
I appreciate it very much.
Yeah, we're not going to go through and show the booking because that would take 10 hours. I'll let you have as much time as you need, but You know, show the people where you're gonna be at. You know, maybe a little meddling if you want. So.
Well, let's be fair here. Currently, our largest popularity is in the tri-state area.
Mm-hmm.
Uh,
By the
so
way, we've already been playing for like 40 minutes, and Shane's internet died, so Faber is now taking control of MLW. So
Yes,
that's just multiplayer game in a nutshell.
We hired quite a few big names.
And that's why whenever we do brand splits, there's multiple GMs in case we need a backup GM. So
we're going to the Wrestle Factory.
Uh-oh.
Oh no!
No,
We're shutting down
okay,
TEW.
okay.
Is it time to
We're
book?
shutting it down. It is, just checking through things real quick. We have 2 special guests on the show tonight.
And we'll see who they are. All right, Mr. Friendo Bendo, we got the show booked in only about 30 more minutes. Let's roll through. What do you got here for us? Tell the people.
So, we're starting off with the pre-show. There's been doing a lot of stuff a little bit differently. We had a couple of incidents backstage. Eddie Kingston got into a little bit of a fist fight with Dasher Hatfield, and we weren't able to have Eddie in the arena tonight.
Oh my gosh.
It was very, very strange.
Very intense time.
But anyways, in pre-show,
Bless you.
we had a small battle royal involved with multiple members of all the different stables, and Blank ended up getting the win, last eliminating Cajun Crawdad.
I'm more of a fan of his brother Vacant, but okay.
Vacant's a pretty nice guy, too.
Mm-hmm.
Also, we continue with the pre-show matches where we have Mobius and Rick Rowland defeat Molly McCoy and Masha Slamovich. Masha Slamovich eating a pinfall. Molly doesn't look too impressed.
Molly never looks impressed.
Yeah, well, that's what happens when you're a hockey player.
Can we start people getting Rick Rowland instead of Rick Rolled? I think it'd be cool.
Well, that's something you'd have to start, my friend.
Rick rolling.
And Zero defeats Lance Steele with a last shaven unicorn. Wow.
Come on, keep rolling.
That is the most unique finishing move I've ever heard.
Last shaven unicorn job.
Okay, but we start off the show hot as. Oh, that's sad.
Yeah?
So we have local reporter Q on the double. He's talking with Tony Deppen. You know, Tony Deppen, he's a member of Fist, but he hasn't really found his way yet. Without Icarus and Travis Huckabee leading him around, he seems to be kind of strange. But goes up to him and starts asking him questions, but before Tony Deppen could even answer, Super Eric appears.
Stay in the back. There's
one thing that Super Eric wants to do. He knows that there's an evil villain in the city. The Grand Champion, Dasher Hatfield, has lost his way, and Super Eric plans on helping his friend by taking the Grand Championship that has corrupted him. Tony Deppen looks completely dumbfounded and very angry, but doesn't get a chance to respond as Super Eric flies off and Q leaves. And we start off the show match-wise with the Legion of Rot, Hollow Wicked, and Frightmare taking on the team of Los Ice Creams. Ice Cream Jr. and El Hijo de Ice Cream. I gotta tell you, it was a hard-fought match, but Hollow Wicked and Frightmare had an obvious advantage. Smashing with the Graveyard Smash, El Hijo de Ice Cream never stood a chance.
I just can't believe you did that to my boys at Los Ice Creams, dude. They go all the way back to, 2014 booking them.
Well, only one of them does.
They were, Impact champions for the longest time for Zach and I.
And then we have Jigsaw and Icarus putting on...
Wait a minute, did you say only one of them? Oh my...
Ice Cream Jr.
Oh my... Oh. We're going to have to say that until after this video. I'm going to have to go on a wild goose chase to figure out what happened. Did he melt?
No.
Okay.
No, Ice Cream Junior was the great one back in the day. But we had a phenomenal match between two Chikara originals, Icarus and Jigsaw, with Jigsaw pulling off the victory just barely. Icarus almost had him. However, some fan made fun of his back tattoo, calling it trash, and it distracted Icarus. He really needs to get control of that anger. Ultramantis Black, legendary in the Chikara Wrestle Factory, goes up to a young Molly McCoy. Doesn't even say a word, just touches her forehead
No
and
touch.
walks away. It's very strange. Molly looks absolutely confused.
She always looks confused.
And obviously, this is Chikara Gold Rush and Fist end up getting the victory, becoming the new tag team champions, taking off the Bird, the Beast, Solo Darling, and Willow Nightingale. Sadly, Green Ant and Thief Ant, they aren't as good as the original Colony. And sadly, the Anthill got smashed way too early. Tony Deppen, Travis Huckabee, looking to bring back seriousness to Chikara. We'll see how well that works out for them in the future. Wow.
This wasn't a big. Was this a big match?
This was a big match.
I'm sorry.
Team Quackenbush versus the Crucible.
Maybe if Mike Quackenbush wasn't off his game, but you can only blame yourself for that one. You're playing as Mike Quackenbush. You should have spoke to yourself and hyped yourself up.
You know, to be honest, I thought that everything was going to be fine. However, the Crucible, they're very brutal with how they treat each other. I mean, have you seen the matches, the Crucible matches? They take off the ropes. Just absolutely brutal. But Quackenbush assembled a team of Boomer Hatfield, Still Life with Apricot and Pears, Danger Hawk, and Razor Hawk. But it still wasn't enough to defeat the team of Ophidian, Princess Kimberly, E.M. DeMorris, Matt Mikowski, and the Whisper. With Boomer, Still Life, Mike Quackenbush, Razorhawk, and Dangerhawk all being eliminated, not even knocking off a single person. Very sad days in Chikara.
Listen here, yeah, Boomer.
And
That
we
wasn't
end
bad.
off the show. Super Eric goes and confronts Dasher. Dasher, being exactly the evil person he is, blindsides Eric. Tossing pocket sand in his eyes. As they wrestle for the longest time, 15 minutes worth of hard-hitting action. Super Eric is distracted long enough for Dasher to hit the baseball slide kick, putting down Super Eric for perhaps the last time. Very sad days indeed, but Chikara.
Hey, that's pretty good. Plus 56. That's
50
pretty
rating.
good. You did good,
Happy
buddy.
show.
All right, party people, we made it to Game Changer Wrestling Sin on television, our TV debut. It's an interesting one. It's only an hour. Very curious how it's going to go down with a company like us. Starting off, though, you got Nick Gage calling out Minoru Suzuki. He's like welcoming everyone to GCW Sin live on television. The only people that would dare to put us on the air are the El Rey Network, all right? But you can watch it live on the GCWN network too, on their website. But we'll disregard that also. You got Nick Gage saying that he's the reason this company is in the state it is. He built this thing from the ground up, and people come to see him because they want to see what happens when a psychopath like him gets involved. But out comes Minoru Suzuki, freaking shaved head, walks out there, doesn't have to say anything. The whole crowd just silent, all right? There's awe, And then Minoru Suzuki just straight up headbutts him, all right? Both men busted wide open. Security comes, breaking the two apart. Minoru Suzuki gives him a middle finger. Nick Gage says, I'll see you tonight in the main event. Kicking off opening match, we got Los Mezizos defeating Young, Dumb, and Broke in a weapons match. Miedo Extremo tapping out Ellis Taylor, able to defend their GCW Tag Team Championships. Pretty good match here. Danny DeMonto could have done better with the Road Agent. We're going to see a lot more of that probably tonight, I'm not going to lie. After that, we get a little bit of cool down match here. Jordan Oliver defeating Colby Carino. Carino off his game here tonight. Danny Havoc could have been a better Road Agent. Type of match was poor choice. This was a weapons match, by the way, even though it had the booking detail of a Road Agent note of a hardcore match. Every single one of these matches was a hardcore match. So that's something to keep in mind. I guess I just have to... Or no, the match type was hardcore. I guess maybe it just, I don't know, I guess just bump it up even more for danger quality, or bump up the time there. After that, Ricky Shane Page was impressed by Jordan Oliver, and he says, why are you wasting your time with the people like Young, Dumb, and Broke? You need to be a part of my team. You can be the future. I have the GCW Heavyweight Championship, and I want a person like you with me. But I'm not going to let you answer tonight. I want you to think it over. And then after that, we have our main event. Nick Gage able to beat Minoru Suzuki with a choke breaker. Minoru Suzuki sustained a finger sprain. Just a little click there, right there. Danny DeMonto could have done better. Road Agent, announcing quality color commentary, did pretty good tonight. We only had one person on the commentary table, though. Because the other commentator, Mr. Joey Janela, was doing drugs. Type of match was poor choice for this audience. Pretty interesting, given that it was a hardcore match also, so they want even more violence than this, which is interesting. Confusingly, Nick Gage and Dewey Donovan are on different sides of the face-heel divide. So I have no idea what that is. I've not seen that before, but that's pretty interesting.
I think it's a face manager managing someone that's a heel.
Yeah, actually, I didn't even think he had him. Maybe that's what it is. Yeah, but we aren't strictly reinforcing the face-heel divide. It is loosely done, so that's another interesting thing there. I did have them do some crazy bumps tonight, so yeah, it was it was there for get the bonus. And that's going to finish up the show there. Minoru Suzuki was injured. -3 popularity, but +17. Our broadcasting stuff is lower because I know a thing or two about monies and how it's going to be spent. So, but that was my show there, and we'll kick it off into favors with MLW.
Yeah.
All right, what do you got for us here at MLW?
All right. Well, it's not very easy booking just an hour, but I managed to, I think, book something pretty decent.
All right.
So we started off with Jimmy Havoc. Jimmy Havoc's in the ring. He's like, why is Jacob Fatu, of all people, the world champion? Why am I not world champion? Why have I not propelled myself into the world title picture? How about I start that tonight? Jacob Fatu, I'm calling you out. You and me one-on-one tonight. If I win, I get a shot at the world championship. Jacob Fatu comes out alone, which is weird. He comes out alone. He's like, you want a world title shot? If you beat me, you earn it. But if you don't beat me, you'll never get a world title shot again.
Dang.
And then we have JT Dunn and Low Key. They didn't do too good. Didn't do too well as Road Agent, which, I mean, that's okay. Low Key and JT Dunn put on a good wrestling match, so that's good.
To put this in perspective, it says the match was a little too short for an important match, and your minimum match is 15 minutes, and they just went 30 seconds, earlier than what the fans were like. We needed 30 more seconds, and then we can get into it.
Yeah.
Which is funny to say from wrestling fans, that we need at least 15 minutes where I can get into a wrestling match.
Yeah. And then Court Bauer comes out. He's like, hello, everybody. I am your owner. I am the person in charge here. My name is Court Bauer, and I have
CB.
come out here to announce the signing of Ethan Carter III. EC3. And then Trouble hits over the PA system as
Do they own the rights to
EC3
that?
comes out. I don't know. I'll think of some theme song. Some theme song hits, and EC3 comes out in a suit, and the crowd is just like, oh, oh. They're all marking out. We have tweets coming in left and right. And he's just looking around at the crowd. He's smiling. He has that little cocky smirk. And
He does that back turn. So.
He does the back turn, and he just opens his suit to say EC3 is MLW.
His suit
and then
says
he
that?
walks backstage. No, he opens his suit to reveal a shirt that says EC3 is MLW. And then, yeah. And then we have Los Parks challenging the Von Erichs.
Yeah.
The Von Erichs lose to Los Parks, which is really, honestly, kind of surprising. But, what are we going to do?
Wrestling works in weird ways, buddy.
Yeah. And then Jimmy Havoc picking up the win over Jacob Fatu with a Death Valley driver, proving that he deserves that world title match. Who knows? Maybe next week, or maybe at the next pay-per-view, Jimmy Havoc's going to get that world title shot. Guess you'll have to tune in to find out. All right, and then what do we get? A 58.
Pretty
Not
good,
that
pretty
bad.
good.
Jacob Fatu is used too much, which I find kind of funny because he's
star.
my world champion.
Oh, that makes it even funnier.
He's my world champion. And they don't want me to book my world champion, which is...
Did I get him out of here? Did I give it to EC3? All right, Raymond, let's go do it here. We'll see you all next time.
We'll
Keep it safe.
Bye.